Thomas is quite a way down the block there. I'd imagine today be using something in the region of a 56 block. No big downhill section, just gently undulating, as I said before. You just look at the way he's taking these corners. He would have, I would imagine, done a couple of recons this morning. Generally, these riders, if they're taking these TT seriously, will quite often just have a loosener ride round. They might even do, because it's such a short TT, do another one behind the car, so they understand how to take these corners at speed. And then quite often, if there's opportunity, which is relatively easy on this short course, we'll finish quite near to the start line. Many riders will opt to sit in the team car and watch one of their teammates go, just to see what line choices they take as well, just watching the gears that they use. It's always quite interesting. We saw that at the Tour de France. Riders opting to ride a couple of laps, or one lap on their own, sometimes behind the car, as I said, and then drop in just to see how their teammates go. But as you can see, so far, Geraint Thomas has only been on the brakes 3 or 4 times. So not much opportunity, not what we call a staccato time, so a relatively linear effort today. And here's one of these slight downhill sections, just keeping as low as he can. Minimum movement of the body. Now the first riders off until we get to the top 10 are off at 1 minute intervals, and the final top 10, well 11 actually, which is a bit of an idiosyncrasy, they'll be off at 2 minute intervals. And the final rider off today will of course be Olaf Kooi. A quite remarkable season the young Dutchman has had so far, 10 wins on the board. So he'll be in the blue jersey of race leader. Then we'll have Jesper Philipsen, who was the runner-up yesterday from Alpecin de Koning. He'll be wearing the green jersey, although Kooi has that by rights. Philipsen will be keeping that warm for him. And then the third from last rider, Sebastian Nielsen. And just to keep on the housekeeping theme, as we continue to get a great shot of Geraint Thomas in that TT position, Rasmus Bo Wallin of the Restaurant Suri Karl Ras team, the team owned in part by former world champion Mads Pedersen. He wears the polka dot jersey. It's a white jersey with blue polka dots as King of the Mountains. And that team also have the best young rider, so he'll be clad in white, and that is Sebastian Nielsen. So great shot. See the way that Thomas there just swung over to the left-hand side, cut in the apex. Perfect cornering from the Brit here. Shouldn't be too long before he's over half distance. Just at or around the intermediate split. You just see the wind direction there as he cuts that corner. Very well taken, and back onto the pedals again before settling down, trying to get as aero as he can, as quickly as he can. He's back onto it. Certainly looks to be giving it absolutely 100% just by his body language here. We can't quite see his face, but in a short distance like this, it's very difficult to keep composure in your visage, on your face. It's gritted teeth all the way. He's around another meandering bend, and the road straightens out in front of him. These really are specialist efforts. The shorter efforts suit a particular sort of rider. Quite often when we have these TTs of around between 5 kilometers and 12 kilometers, it opens it up to a different class of rider or a different style of rider. Quite often the sprinters can put in good performances. Geraint Thomas, a real specialist at this sort of discipline. He can go well in prologues, and he can go well in the longer efforts as well. As we get a shot of our beautiful coastline, we've got about 53 miles of coastline in this municipality. Thomas up another little one of these drags, keeps seated. Quite often we see riders just getting out of the saddle, but Thomas, as much as he can, will remain seated, staying as aero as possible all of the time, guided. A good little point to keep focused on as well, if you can, is the motorbike out in front, just seeing the lines, but he knows exactly what the lines to take. And in the team car behind as well, the director sportif will be warning Geraint Thomas of what's to come. And he has Jakob Moske in sight. We did lose sight of him for a few moments. I'm not too sure whether he's just about to take that right-hander or he's already on that coast road heading towards the finish line in Assens or not. Well, there we go. He certainly is. He's absolutely rocketing up this course. Remember, the fastest time so far set by the under-23 world TT champion Price Pedersen, riding for Denmark, Normally rides for Bahrain Victorious at World Tour level, really is a classy campaigner. That is the best time to meet. Coming in to this big finish now, Geraint Thomas, stealth-like, just round outside of the Italian. And just look at the difference in styles. Look at the disparity in speed as Geraint Thomas heads in towards the finish. This is 100% effort from Geraint Thomas, thundering down the finishing straight. The big question is, what is the time? It looks like it's going to beat it. Well, Geraint Thomas has set the leaderboard alight. 13:50, 7 seconds quicker than the under-23 world champion. Well, Geraint Thomas quite clearly has come here with big ambitions, 100% commitment for that ride. You could just see the way he took all of those corners. But 7 seconds to the good. The man from the Ineos Grenadiers will now occupy the hot seat on stage 2, and there it is. That's confirmation. Provisional result right now, but that should stand. The Geraint Thomas leads with a 13:50. Jonathan Price Pedersen, the previous leader, moves down into second place, should I say. And Matthias Gunnar Malberg is now in third, with Alex Dowsett, the fastest rider at the intermediate split, there at 28 seconds, whilst Joshua Amos Gunz currently occupies 5th.